So, for me, the daily confrontation with fear has become a real practice for me since about three years ago. I went skydiving in Dubai, right? And skydiving is a really interesting confront with fear, right? You go out the night before and you take a drink with your friends and somebody says, yeah, we should go skydiving tomorrow. And you go, yeah, we'll go skydiving tomorrow. Yeah. And you go, yeah. And everybody goes, yeah, right? And you go home you by yourself, you're like, right? You're like, well, I mean, they was drunk too. Right? So maybe they not, maybe, I mean, we don't have to go. We don't have to do it. So then that night you're laying in your bed and you just keep, and you're terrified. You keep imagining over and over again jumping out of an airplane and you can't figure out why you would do that, right? And you're laying there and you have the worst night's sleep of your life, but you still have the hope that your friends were drunk, right? So you get there and then you have the safety brief. And you're standing there, and the guys would say, well, if the chute doesn't open, what's going to happen is you're doing, well, why the hell, what could happen? That the chute wouldn't open. Sitting on some dude's lap, some stranger. He's sitting on his lap. And it's like, trying to make small talk. Yeah, man. So you be jumping with people all the time, huh? Right, So, and then you just want to make sure, you got kids, right? You got people you need to see, right? You just want to make sure he's serious. And the light goes green, and somebody opens the door, and in that moment, you realize you've never been in a freaking airplane with the door open. Right? Terror. Oh, sorry, I'm spitting. Oh, sorry. No, terror. Standing, and your toes are on the edge, and you're looking out down to death. And they say, on 3. And they say, 1, 2. And he pushes you on 2 because people grab on 3. Right? Right? And you go, and you fall out of the airplane. And in 1 second, you realize that it's the most blissful experience of your life. You're flying, right? It doesn't feel like falling, right? It's like you actually are kind of held a little bit by the wind, and then you start falling, and there's zero fear. You realize that the point of maximum danger is the point of minimum fear. It's bliss. It's bliss, and you're flying.
So I was flying in Indiana, in United States. Then before flying, there was some time, the pilot didn't come, then I was just going around seeing all their photographs and records and things. This club has been there for over 30 years in thing, and they have a good record and all this. Then I asked, how many have died? They said only 17 people. In the last 30 years, only 17 people. I said, okay, then today being 18, the chances are low. But it's possible. It's possible. Then the pilot comes late and he says, I'm sorry, and jumps into his suit and does all those things in such a rush. Then I wonder, the guy who's tying these knots, if he also has come late and tied it up in a hurry, then it's an issue. So you're jumping off without anything. Well, you have it on your back, but when you jump, you're just jumping off. So that last moment, will this open or not? Just one string. Strings attached, only one string. Like this if you do, you can't pull it and test it because if it opens up here, you can't jump. So you're not supposed to test it, you're supposed to believe somebody who's tied the knot and believe he's done it perfect. We do not know if he is putting the knot for the first time
14,000 feet.
A plane flies, usually it's a rickety old plane. When I went, the plane was making such horrible noises, it was easier to jump than stay in the plane.
Good job there.
Good job. Hey, that's wonderful. Why don't you go, all of you? Really great. Good job.